The sight of their comrade turning to dust sends the remaining pirate captains into a panic. The leader in the red coat quickly rallies the survivors, shouting that although they lost an ally, they can still win if they coordinate their attacks. They try to reassure themselves that even if Lu Sheng wields a high-level cosmic law, his power is still developing and he cannot be completely invincible. Refusing to retreat, the 4 remaining pirate commanders pool their strength for a synchronized charge. They launch themselves forward to overwhelm Lu Sheng, hoping that their sheer numbers can crush a mere level 12 fighter. Lu Sheng is entirely unimpressed by their desperate attempt. He does not even blink as they rush toward him, while the 5 million immortal cells inside his body vibrate in perfect harmony, ready to unleash an overwhelming show of force. He unleashes a wave of power so massive that his previous attacks seem insignificant by comparison. This energy goes far beyond the simple power of a star, manifesting as a pure, dominant force that warps the very space around them. Revealing the first realm of his extreme sun law, he prepares to execute his ultimate move, summoning an all-encompassing solar light to purge the cosmos of his enemies. The blinding flash of heat completely vaporizes their hopes of victory. The pirates scream in agony, unable to withstand the intense brilliance before the solar blast swallows them whole. Within moments, the entire pirate vanguard is reduced to scorched ashes, drifting silently in the vacuum of space. Lu Sheng calmly dismisses the threat, recognizing that with his current level of power, even these feared commanders are nothing more than small fish. He turns his gaze toward the far reaches of the galaxy, his eyes reflecting the vast, quiet cosmos before him. Looking toward his ultimate destination at the hunting bow of hope, he quietly hopes that the stronger enemies waiting there can actually give him a decent challenge. On the bridge of the Star Spirit Flower, the crew watches the display monitors in stunned silence. The incredible scale of Lu Sheng's power leaves everyone on the vessel completely paralyzed, unable to pull their eyes away from the live feed. Zi Yangshan falls to her knees, her hand trembling as she tries to comprehend the effortless slaughter. She stammers that Lu Sheng is taking down level 13 powerhouses as if he were simply cutting grass. Hai Jai Dao is moved to tears by the spectacle. Looking at the screen with deep reverence, he weeps as he acknowledges that they have just witnessed a god in action. Beside him, Wu Tian feels his entire life's work crumble, muttering that he must have practiced fake martial arts and hoping he is still asleep. Babuluo tells him to shut up, though he admits he also wishes it were a dream because the reality is too difficult to accept. Masha hangs her head, her previous arrogance completely shattered. She questions how a genius of this incredible caliber could possibly exist in their world. She realizes just how vast the universe really is, especially since Lu Sheng accomplished this absolute victory without even reaching level 13 yet. Watching the display, Turing reflects on their journey together. He recalls his constant efforts to stay on Lu Sheng's good side and build a friendship, knowing his peer was exceptionally talented. The young elf clenches his fist, remembering how Lu Sheng easily defeated their master with a single strike during training. Even after witnessing that power, Turing had secretly held onto a shred of ambition to eventually catch up and surpass his rival. But seeing this cosmic display, those hopes instantly crumble. Turing drops to his knees, accepting that he was far too naive and realizing he can no longer even see the shadow of Lu Sheng's back. Breaking the silence, Hai Ji Dao commands the crew to immediately clean up the battlefield so they can resume their trip as soon as possible. He notes that this conflict has already delayed their journey for far too long. Looking at the monitor showing the lingering trace of Lu Sheng's power, the veteran master adds that they cannot afford to waste their savior's valuable time on the road. Zai Yanshan quickly nods in agreement, her mind already racing with new plans. The merchant representative realizes she has just found her ultimate target. She thinks to herself that Lu Sheng is, unquestionably, the most worthy investment candidate she will ever encounter in her entire life. In his luxurious cabin on the Star Spirit Flower, Lu Sheng relaxes on his couch. Reflecting on his recent breakthrough, he mentally catalogs the changes his body has undergone. Sipping his warm drink, he notes that his path of the star has successfully ascended into an extreme sunseed. This evolution has also modified his passive cultivation method, making it far more efficient. He takes a slow, steady breath. His 5 million immortal cells, now transformed into extreme sun seeds, react instantly to every breath he takes. As the ship travels through space, Lu Sheng's new cells act like cosmic magnets, siphoning all scattered radiation within hundreds of thousands of kilometers to continuously nourish and strengthen his core. Setting his cup down, he notes that his new passive cultivation speed is remarkably fast. With this constant influx of energy, the path to level 13 is wide open. He observes his internal fiery energy pathways, noting that reaching the next level will happen naturally as long as he keeps accumulating power. However, he quickly dismisses this progress, finding the natural rate still far too slow for his liking. He understands that despite his godlike progress, the one resource he cannot afford to waste is time. He remembers the ever-looming threat of the dark side universe's master, which creeps closer with each passing day. He has no time to relax. He shakes his head in regret, realizing he should have held back just a bit during his last attack. While vaporizing the space pirates was satisfying, his strike turned them and all their belongings into fine dust, leaving nothing behind. He laments that if he had killed them normally, those level 13 pirate commanders would have yielded a heavy hoard of valuable treasures and resources. Grabbing his tea kettle, Lu Sheng calculates that acquiring their wealth would have significantly cut down his cultivation time. He humorously wishes he had already mastered the law of time reversal so he could undo his overkill and loot their corpses. While he pours his drink and lets his mind wander, his desk console suddenly lights up. A flood of blue notification screens begins to pop up, signaling multiple urgent visitor requests. He glances at the screens in mild surprise, noting that a crowd of people is suddenly desperate to get in contact with him. One message stands out among the rest. It is a direct pitch from Zai Yanshan, openly stating her desire to make a major financial investment in him. Lu Sheng ponders the offer, considering the benefits of having a wealthy merchant sponsor backing his path. The automatic doors slide open and a worried Hai Jiadao runs straight into the room, calling out Lu Sheng's name. He is in a massive hurry, desperate to check on him after sensing the huge energy spike from his recent breakthrough. He points out that Lu Sheng actually managed to master an extreme position law. Having no idea what that even means, Lu Sheng simply asks him what that term is supposed to represent. The veteran warrior takes a moment to explain the concept to him. Lu Sheng strokes his chin, processing the information and realizing that his extreme yang law falls into this legendary category of cosmic powers. He analyzes the nature of his newly mastered power, noting that because it includes light, fire, heat, and stellar energy, it basically rules the entire yang side of the cosmos. Lu Sheng shrugs, thinking that this power is not any weaker than the space law. He figures that any apparent weakness is just because his current mastery of space is still in its early stages. Hai Jiadao suddenly snaps him out of his thoughts, his voice shaking as he asks if Lu Sheng has actually mastered the space law as well. Lu Sheng casually admits that he did, but downplays the achievement by saying he only grasped a very basic amount of it. Hai Jiadao laughs in complete disbelief. He admits the Star Governor was right about Lu Sheng all along, declaring that his talent will shake the universe and make him one of the most powerful people in the galaxy. Lu Sheng sheepishly brushes off the massive praise, feeling like he has become immune to compliments by now. To change the subject and ease the tension, Hai Jiadao brings out a special delivery. Lu Sheng looks at a collection of beautifully crafted silver boxes placed right in front of him. He picks one up, curious about what kind of treasure is hidden inside. Hai Jiadao explains that these are a formal thank you gift from the Star Spirit Flower family. It is their way of showing gratitude to their savior for rescuing their ship from the pirate threat. Intrigued, Lu Sheng uses his mental energy to check the silver box and realizes that it functions as a spatial storage device. His mental scan reveals a massive pocket dimension inside. Right in the center of this empty void floats a giant, blazing sphere of cosmic fire. The veteran warrior clarifies that this blazing orb is a planetary core, commonly known as a star core, and explains that these are premium-grade, highly refined star cores. He explains that these cores have gone through a special purification process, making them completely safe to absorb directly for his daily cultivation. Hai Jiadao warns Lu Sheng not to underestimate even a single box, explaining that the refinement process is so difficult that finding just one in a star sector within a year is a miracle. Lu Sheng is surprised to learn that an entire star sector struggles to produce even one of these refined cores in a year. He realizes the Chamber of Commerce went all out by giving him 10 of these treasures. This unexpected gift arrived at the perfect moment, just as he was stressing over his depleted cultivation resources. This reward solves all of his immediate problems. He asks Hai Jiadao to pass on his sincere thanks to the Star Spirit Flower Group, deeply appreciating their incredible generosity. The older warrior notes that the family clearly recognizes his potential. He explains that these 10 cores are only a small fraction of what they have prepared, and once they land at the hunting bow, a second reward will be waiting alongside a promise to cover all his expenses. Lu Sheng is amused by this gesture, asking if they are actively trying to recruit him into their ranks. Hai Jiadao confirms that it is a strategic investment. He explains that a family's success cannot rely on wealth alone since they need the backing of powerful masters, and finding just one true powerhouse can secure their future for thousands of years. Having delivered the message, the master prepares to leave so Lu Sheng can focus on his cultivation, promising that they will meet up again once they arrive at their destination. Left alone again, Lu Sheng grins to himself, muttering that while they want to invest in him, his appetite for energy is bottomless. He wonders if they can actually afford to keep up with his incredibly fast growth. He projects his mental energy into the silver box to check the star core, which triggers a holographic warning screen. The system warns him to limit his intake to a tiny fraction of the core's total energy, but Lu Sheng merely smirks at the safety message. Ignoring the system's warning, Lu Sheng decides rules are meant to be broken. He pops the entire star core directly into his mouth to swallow it whole, casually spitting out the empty silver container like a fruit seed. A sudden shockwave of pure cosmic energy hits him. Lu Sheng is surprised by the sheer raw force of the power-up as blue and green flames erupt from his body, kickstarting his cultivation process. Over in the private lounge of the Star Spirit Flower flagship, the merchant representative Zi Yongshan kneels on the floor as she presents herself before a giant holographic communication screen. She delivers her report to her superior, confirming that the situation has been handled and that she has already sent over the detailed video recordings of the battle. The chamber's elder is shocked, struggling to believe that a young powerhouse who mastered an extreme position law actually wiped out 5 pirates so easily. He demands to know if she is absolutely sure about the nature of his law. Zi Yongshan bows lower, explaining that Wu Tian and 2 other veteran level 13 experts have confirmed it, so she would never dare lie to him. The elder accepts this as a major blessing, asking her how she plans to win the prodigy's favor. She confesses that she took the initiative to gift Lu Sheng 10 of their highest value cargo items, which are the premium blue glazed star cores, assuring the elder that she will cover the immense cost out of her own pocket. She adds that she has a bold plan to secure their alliance, intending to gift Lu Sheng their most valuable hidden treasure once they reach the hunting bow. That's a wrap for today's recap. If you're loving the series, smash that like button and subscribe for more fast, clean story breakdowns.